Let's get one thing straight right from the outset. I know perfectly well that there are people on this planet who are not looking for supercars. They're looking for something to get them from A to B in the most cost-effective and practical way. But there are also those same people who would quite like to be able to do that in style. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Jaguar XJ 351.
This is actually the first XJ to go down a completely different route to its predecessors in terms of exterior design. That makes this the individual model in a 50-year legacy. Since 1968, Jaguar have been wowing us with the XJ model, a car that traditionally looks as good on the inside as on the outside, and has a bit of a reputation for style over substance.
But incredibly, one of the things the Jaguar does do well is space. I never would have thought I'd be talking about a Jaguar on the XJ spectrum with so much room in the boot. I could fit the entirety of my camping gear in the back of this. That is astonishing. This is absolutely amazing. Well, that's long journeys catered for then.
So, have the Castle Bromwich workers successfully brought the Jaguar up to date?
I mean, here we are, just sitting in this gorgeous machine. This is not about speed, this car, so we're not even going to talk about it. This is about luxury, and genuinely I am sitting in the Starship Enterprise for gadgets. This thing is mind-blowing. I have literally got a gadget for every purpose, right down to the fact that you don't need a key to start the thing. Ready? Foot on the brake and start the engine with a button. There's nothing cooler than that. I've got climate control, I've got a sat nav, I've got audio and video. No watching movies while driving, but they do have it as an option. I can chat to the missus on the phone. This is going to be a very interesting journey in the lap of luxury. So, belts on. Make sure we're abiding by the law. Brake on. This is my gear shift, right? Change to drive. I've got a parking aid. Take care when manoeuvring. All right, then I will. And let's go to town.
The very first thing I notice is the automatic gearbox. For me, the deciding factor of whether I'll hate or love a car.
And that is a very smooth automatic gearbox. Give it a bit of throttle. Oh. With that aircon on, the open road, and a Jaguar, I don't think I've ever felt more British in my entire life.
The trouble here is, I'm picky. Modern cars for me have to be smooth and comfortable, something that Jaguar has always been good at, but for some reason modern Jaguars have never quite become as prolific as their ancestors. Perhaps this car can buck that trend.
Right. Let's go for a jaunt, shall we? A jaunt into the sunshine in my Jag. This is a very pleasant car. Oh, even when the car throws you from one side of the car to the other on the natural list of a roundabout, the seat is so comfortable, it catches you and it kind of hugs you into relaxation again. Don't worry, it's okay. I'll make you feel nice again.
For £21,500, you could pop into Trade Price Cars and park this beauty on your driveway. But with it being this good, you'll have to beat me to it.
I feel ridiculously patriotic in this car. Let's go overtake a couple of cars. Oh! Right, I wasn't expecting that! That is actually quite nippy. Okay. You know, for the most luxurious hotel room money can buy, that's actually pretty fast. Alright then. Tell you what, if you're organised, not only will you not miss your meeting, but you'll probably be first to the golf course as well.
So, the car definitely feels good, but does it feel like a Jaguar?
This is a 50-year-old legacy, don't forget, the XJ model of Jaguar. They've been evolving this over time to make sure that the customer gets the most complete experience that you're ever going to get while driving. Everything has to be comfortable, it has to be luxurious, it has to be very... trying to pick the right word here. Very serene. I've always seen the Jaguar as a very serene car. It just feels like you're doing backstroke at the pool. I'm struggling to find words. I'm that relaxed. Wow. Right, we're waiting at some traffic lights, so I think it's time to sort out the sunroof. Now it feels like a proper luxurious Jaguar. And on a gorgeous day like this as well, look at that, that's like having a deck chair at the beach. And let's put something sweet on the radio. Yes. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
If you want me, come and find me. I'm tired of running. Here I am. If you want me, come and find me. I'm tired of running. Here I am. If you want me, come and find me. I'm tired of running. Here I am. And there's nothing more than this that I could give. Here I am.
There's something quite peaceful about this car. You know when you get in most cars and you're sitting at the lights and it's getting hot, it's getting irritating, you're frustrated, you get grumpy, you get irritable. This is like a back massage on wheels. It's impossible, I think, to feel tense in this car. It's pretty to look at, both inside and out. I'm just genuinely relaxed. I can't remember the last time I was so relaxed in a car. Wow. They are really turning out some nice cars from Jaguar these days.
You want me, come and find me. I'm tired of running. Here I am. And there's nothing more than this that I could give. Here I am.
It's magic that a car can make you feel this relaxed. Driving the car is a very physical activity. Although, yes, you're sitting down, you've got to focus on your turning signals, you've got to look at braking distances, check your speed limit, make sure the hazards are coming up. It's physically demanding. It does tire you out after a while. I don't feel tired at all in this thing. I just feel calm, tranquil. And with all these gadgets and everything, you're catered for pretty much everything you're going to need on a long journey. The sat-nav is brilliant. It works efficiently. It is fantastic to use. The audio system, it's a very nice radio, and if I'm not happy with what Radio 2 is putting out, well, not to worry, because I've got myself an aux point and 2 chargers in there for my iPad and my phone. You know when they say about cars, how this is the only way to travel? This is the only way to travel. It is genuinely the definition of a lovely car. You don't get to say that too often about cars. Cars are tools. They are physical entities. They are something you use to improve your life. If Victor Meldrew drove this car, there wouldn't have been a series of One Foot in the Grave, because he'd have nothing in the world to complain about. Right, we're going to take it into town now, because town driving is the most irritating form of driving there is. You're stuck in queues. It's hot, it's sweaty, nobody wants to cooperate with you. It's just about the most infuriating task. But today I'm in a car that is keeping me permanently in a good mood. I am permanently relaxed. I genuinely didn't think that was possible. I have never felt so relaxed at the wheel of a car. And I tell you what, everybody is looking at it. Oh, look at that Jag! Look at that Jag! There are not many car companies that can create that amount of anticipation when the car goes down the street. It's a Jag! It's a Jag! And it is. This is Jaguar all over. But not only is this thing the most luxurious hotel room on 4 wheels that it's possible to buy, but it's also quite quick. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. And we got up to 60 miles an hour quite quickly there. Okay. This is a very, 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 very good car. Do you know, I've got lots of other cars that I've got my eye on at the moment. I haven't considered the XJ351 as a serious, viable player in my bucket list of cars until today. I'm looking at every other car around me thinking, yeah, it's okay, but it isn't this. It isn't this. Thing is, some people do want speed, and I do respect that. I do respect the people who want to buy a car for the British roads that can go at 150, 200 miles an hour. And I see why people want those cars. But let's be realistic. With the speed limits we've got in this country and the speed cameras everywhere, where's the value? Where is the point of buying a car that does 240 miles an hour on a British road? You're never going to use it. You're never going to need it. So what you should have, really, is a car that ultimately makes you feel perfect when you're driving. Driving is not a fun activity in Britain because of the stop-start nature of the towns, because of the motorway speed limits at 50 miles an hour. You've got to make the journey enjoyable if you do it a lot. You need a car that's going to be reliable, dependable, that's going to get you there on low fuel. I've been driving around for about half an hour and I've used maybe 1/250th of a fuel tank. When was the last time you got to say that Jaguar can make a car that's excellent on fuel? Wow, they're even getting the economy of a car right. I have found a British car that makes me feel proud to be British. We've done a lot of things really well of late You know, we've got a Formula One driver who's winning the World Championship every year. We've got a tennis player who can win Grand Slams. We've got an amazing crop of athletes that are winning gold medals in the Olympic Games. We've got an amazing tourist trade. And there's a Jaguar that might just be the most perfect and complete car currently on sale. It's good to be British right now. Okay guys, time for some brutal honesty. I've been driving this Jaguar around for the best part of the day, and at this moment I'm actually struggling to think of a car anywhere on British roads that can do what this can do better. I mean, let's face the facts, this is a Jaguar. It's supposed to be patriotic British grit with style and flair. And of course, this does fit the criteria. It's one of the prettiest Jaguars the company has ever made. But it shouldn't also be able to be the ultimate workhorse that the British person needs. I mean, any man or woman who wants to jet about the countryside with a bit of style, but also quickly and efficiently, can genuinely consider a Jaguar. I never thought that would ever be possible, but it is. The XJ351 is good on its fuel. It's good on its long distance runs. It's comfortable, but it's not soporific. You can actually be stimulated enough by the mod cons, the air conditioning, the sunroof, the audio system to be alert. This does everything that the ultimate car for the British worker should do. If you're a high-flying, jet-setting go-getter, this is your dream car. And to consider that all of that, the style, the presentation, the performance, and the comfort and luxury, all comes in the same car, for to whisker over 20 grand. That's astonishing. If you couple all of that together, this might just be the most complete car in Great Britain. It might not be the fastest. It might not be the most powerful. It might not be the most spacious. But if you put all of its pros together and come up with a British car that can compare with it, you'll fail. This is, without doubt, the most complete British car there has ever been built. So if you're desperate to buy British, if that patriotism means something to you, if you can hold your head high and say, I'll drive a Jaguar rather than you guys in your BMWs, your Audis, your Volkswagens and your Lexuses, well, guess what? You've got a British car that suits your personality and your needs to a T. For all of that, this might just be the best British car on British roads. That's a bold claim, but at 20 grand, I'm sticking to it.
Well, hopefully that's whetted your appetite, so now you're ready to check out our website, tradepricecars.com. Why buy with us? For starters, we're the UK's trusted car supplier, endorsed by Google, Car Buying Advisor and Yale.com. We have over 100 used cars in stock, with each vehicle coming with RAC 82-point preparation as standard. We have our own in-house car finance brokerage, comparing over 60 different products from 16 different lenders. And we offer over 20,000 new car deals for business and personal lease, even if you have low credit. We can source the exact car you want, even if it isn't currently in stock. We'll give you more money for your old car when selling it to us, and we can even deliver the car of your dreams to your door. So, why deal with anybody else? I'm off to go and source the keys to another superb motor. See you next week, but until then, head to our website, tradepricecars.com.